So to start with the smart audit, the partner has to create an account with the system just by just signing up here, like form name, country, some basic details, and the system will send an email where it will have a password setting. So this is our website. To start with the system, the partner has to create an account with the Smart Audit by just signing up by entering some basic detail like firm name, country name, partner name, and all. And the system will send an email where you will have the link to set up your password, and then using your email and password, you can log in into the system. So I'll just log in into my account. Yeah. So this is the landing page. This is jobs dashboard where all the jobs are there. Jobs are basically the audit assignments or any kind of assignment to create in the system is actually a job. All are segregated based on their status of progress. So what all jobs are yet to be started, what all jobs are in progress, under review, completed. So you can simply drag and drop the jobs, whichever stage it is. If all the jobs are completed, you can just drag and drop. You can add labels here, like whether it's under review, manager review, partner review. Then, so this is about the job. When you sign up as a new customer with a new account, this will be blank page. So to start with, or I would say to set up an account, you have to first add your team members into the system by adding them. So here you can go under staff page, you can create new staff, you can enter the staff name, category. So this category is actually roles like will have, so this is people who are added here as partner will have different kind of roles. People who are added as manager will have different access, and staff or juniors will have different kind of access. So you can enter their email and they will receive an email where they can set up their password, and hence using that ID and password they can log in into the system. Yeah. So this is how you will add your team members onto the system, and using their email ID password they can also log in into the same platform. We also have embedded practice management feature like planning and scheduling and timesheet. Yeah. So the team is set up. Now we add the clients into the system. So to add the clients, you have to go to clients page, and the client adding clients is very simple. You just have to click on create new client. You enter the details like what is the name of the client, email, contact person name, client lead, reference number. So reference number can be simply 123, or if you want to define a number, you can do that, and then you can sort by those numbers. So once you add a client into the system, this is the client summary which will be appearing when you update the client master data, like what is the risk level of the client, industry, KYC, whether you have done the due diligence, whether the permanent file is updated. The reminder is, so you can also add reminders. For example, if you have an audit assignment for which you want to be reminded, let's say December, and so you can set a reminder into the system. And then there are some details like client, lead, remarks if you want to put. So this is how your client listing will be there. And for any client, right, just have to go inside the client, and you can fill some detail like particulars, like what is the type of entity, what is the industry, licensing authority, registration number, registered address, country of incorporation, financial year, standards and regulations, client contact, shareholders, key relationship, director, executives. You can upload important documents into the system. Also, you can do the KYC and CDD into the system. So this is actually not mandatory for PCP client, because this is a permanent file, and the PCP and Kudos have their own permanent files. So, but if you fill this, your client dashboard will have a lot of information. Then, as a part of practice management, again, we have like prospects, report. So you can generate reports to see your work in progress for each week. Yeah. So now team is onboarded, clients are onboarded. Now I can create a job that is an audit assignment. To create a job, you just need to click on create new job. You can select the type of job to be created. So let's say it's audit. You can select the PCP template. You can select the client you're auditing. You can select the currency, let's say it's USD. Then you select the period. So let's say it's audit of March 22 year end. Then there are some non-mandatory fee like target completion date, estimated fees, or whether it's posture of incorporation. So then we have this team page where you add your team members to this particular assignment. So what happens is, you add all your team members on this staff page, but that doesn't mean that everyone can see everything in the system. So for each job, you have to give access to people or your team members. And so if you add someone here, then only this job will appear on their job dashboard. So basically, it will take care of the ethical requirements which are suggested by ISIS. So here you can okay, and also here the actual role or access comes into play where if someone is a partner, then only you can give them sign off right. So the partners can sign off, managers can review, and staff can prepare. Now, the partner who can sign off right can also review and prepare, and the manager can also review and prepare, but the staff can only prepare and manager cannot sign off. And so this is report. So we also have report drafting feature. Now, if you form or for the particular client you want to use the report drafting, you can enable it and select the template. And if you don't want to use, you can simply disable it and click on create. So this is my jobs dashboard. Here, so you will see the content is exactly what PCP provides. Here the thing is that you can customize by removing some sections. For example, if for a particular client you do not need tax computation, so you can simply untick that and save it. So your audit program will not have that step applicable. Once you customize, you can simply see on your home page, you can see the status of each and every section here. So to start with the permanent file, so this is a permanent file. Now, of course, the content is exactly what PCP has, like background of the client, financial history. So your team just need to add the data here. They can upload documents. Whenever someone updates it, they can click on update so they can see who has updated it and when it was updated. So in my system, I have partner rights, so I'll be able to do all the three. Otherwise, if it's a staff, they can only click on update. They cannot review or approve. So as a manager, I can approve, review and approve. Right. So similarly, there are all the sections. So everywhere we will have attachment option, add comment option. So this is about the PF. Then we have the audit program. So you can also navigate to the audit program to the job homepage. So if I go to any section, here you can fill in the details or the responses. If you want to comment upon something, you can write here. You can attach documents. Also, so once it is, you can also you can attach any type of document here, like PDF, Word, or Excel. So once any section is completed, your team can mark it prepared. and it will keep a log of who has marked it prepared, and then manager can review it. So if you go to home page, you can see the real-time progress of each and every subsection. For example, this final sign-off, this has been prepared and reviewed. So sign-off is still pending. That way you can track the progress for the entire job. Now, here you can actually assign at job level. You can assign the jobs to your team member. And okay, so this is how the audit workfile will look like. But now, if you go in detail, this is account section. In the system, you can upload the trial balance. So uploading the trial balance is quite simple. You just have to follow these instructions which are given here. Like first, to download trial balance template. So just click on download. This is the template. So this is how our trial balance template looks like. So it has account code, account name, current period numbers, and previous period numbers. So what you have to do is just take the management trial balance and copy paste the numbers or data from that trial balance to here. So you will copy account code column, account name, current period numbers, and previous period numbers. So if let's say your client GL do not have account code, you can simply put 1 to 3. That should be fine. So the next step is copy TB into the template and save it on your computer. So as I mentioned, you have to just copy paste the management trial balance, and then you save and upload that file. So I have one demo file which I will upload. Yeah, so you can see the trial balance has been uploaded. Now you can see this is account code column, account name, current period numbers, previous period numbers. And in the system, you can also pass audit adjustment. So that's why we also have unadjusted numbers and adjusted numbers. Now you can see there is one extra column called classification. So here the system based on its learning, when a lot of trial balances are being uploaded in the system on a daily basis. So and people go and map these classifications, and the system keeps on learning. So for example, here ordinary shares would have been mapped a lot of times to equity share capital, and hence the system has understood it. So it has mapped all the accounts. So this trial balance I have uploaded multiple times, so the system understands it. Now, if there is anything you need to change, you can simply click and change. Let's say I want to map this depreciation to land and building. So you can just click and change. You can see the detailed grouping of you can see the detailed classification of any account. And first time when you upload and the system does not recognize, it will actually highlight it, and you can just go and map it and save it. So this is how your trial balance will be uploaded and saved. Now you can see this balance sheet is automatically prepared by the system. Here is and by clicking here, you can see the GLs which are being mapped here. For example, you have 10K of inventory, so you can just see here which GL has been mapped. So similarly, profit and loss account can also be um, created automatically. Then for cash flow and changes in equity, we have partially automated templates where your team can actually work and create changes in equity and cash flow. Apart from that, when we upload the trial balance, if you go to any section, let's say cash and bank you go, if you go to the lead schedule, you'll see that a lead schedule has been automatically prepared, like current assets. So you can drill down up to the GL level that what all GLs have been mapped to cash and cash balance. So that's what happens when you upload the trial balance. Yeah. So, okay, after like this uploading the trial balance, I'll show you how we do the planning or risk assessment in the system. So, in the permanent file, we have this financial statement level risk assessment. So if I go here we have all the questionnaires, whether this which will highlight what kind of factors we have, whether all the factors are high risk, low risk, or medium risk. Then, based on all this, we can select whether our overall financial statement level risk is high, medium, or low. So let's say I select high. So this was financial statement level risk, which is done at PF level. Now, in the audit planning, if we go, we have some checklists which are like a standard checklist by PCP. So here we just fill the checklist into the data, and similarly we have the assessment of risk at assertion level. So here we have the entire list where we have to do the assertion level risk assessment. So for example, we were doing cash in bank. So what is the risk level? This is for inherent risk, control risk. So I'll just select whether it's high, medium, low, and I can write my justification and whether it's a significant risk or not. So this way you will fill it for all the sections with what all are your assertion level risks. Then we have materiality. So first thing you will do for materiality, selecting the benchmark, whether you want your materiality to be based on profit before tax or revenue or expenditure. The system will give you a recommended range for materiality based on your risk based on your trial balance and the mappings which you have done. So let's say I select enter the materiality here. So the system will just give you a recommended range. It will not force you to use that materiality. So this is about final benchmarking. So once you have done the planning, you have executed, you have done the testing, and then after adjustment, you can change recalculate the materiality again. So this is how materiality will be calculated at overall level. Now, sample size calculation. So based on your financial statement level risk, which you do in PF, and your assertion level risk, which you do here in B5, your system will calculate the sample size. So this is the inherent risk factor which has been considered to calculate the sample size. Then we have audit strategy memorandum, like what is the type of engagement, timing and nature of reporting, timetable. So here we can add the timetable, budget. So this is based on what this is actually based on the team members you will add into this assignment. So I have added all these people, so it's coming only for those people. So this is how planning will be done. Now, if you go for a section in detail, so first with the approach summary, like what all are the assertions for cash and bank, whether you're doing substantive procedures, whether you're doing analytical procedures, whether you plan to do operational effectiveness of control, what is the sample size for each type of assertion testing, so you can fill it here. Then performance materiality. So the performance materiality is automatically calculated. You'll have a financial statement level risk in PF, assertion level risk. We put it as high in planning section, and the inherent risk factor the system will automatically apply based on a range, and that's how the performance materiality is calculated. And then here you can put your planning conclusion, and you can set like, okay, this is the risk level is medium for this particular plant. This is the lead schedule which I already showed you when you uploaded the trial balance. Apart from that, we have the substantive tests built into the system. So what you can do is, this is to actually standardize all the tests, documentation format, which your team does. Different people documenting different columns might not be a perfect thing to do. So here they can actually standardize like how bank confirmation should be documented. So here, can enter what is the name of the bank, they can add account number, account type. So basically this will guide them like how you should document the bank confirmation, how you should document the bank cutoff. So for example, cash cutoff, so we'll have cash receipts before year end. So what all should be documented here, what all should be documented in foreign currency translation. So all different types of test formats have been given in the system, and the team can actually document their work here. And this all these kind of tests are given for all the sections, and for all the section like inventories, financial assets, work in progress, everything. We also have this disclosure note where, so if whatever can be automated has been done. For example, this is the basic note which will be given for cash and bank. So that is automatically coming here. Now here are the workings of the note. So you can add more disclosures. For example, if you have foreign currency balances, you can simply, and you want to add a disclosure for that, so you can simply tick this so that the system will add it into your report. So here you can actually break down the amounts into specific currencies. You can add more and break it down so it is editable. So just save it, and the note for foreign currency has been added. So this is how you can prepare disclosure notes for almost all the section in the list in this in your balance sheet. So then we have one which is cutoff and valuation. So for all assertions, this is actually the content of the PCP. So you will find the same checklist here. You can just fill it. You can upload your workings here. Existence, occurrence, presentation, disclosure. So you can document your risk summary and evaluation of result and conclusion. Now, everywhere you can see we can do attachment, but apart from that, we also have this review point feature where you can assign review point to your team member. So I'll assign it to myself for now so that I can show you how it will be received by the recipient. So the review point has been added. So you can see here you can see one review point. Similarly, you can add review points everywhere in the system to each and every single task. Now all the review points will be actually compiled here. So you can see which section it is referred to, and they can. So this is received by me. So you can see I'm actually doing both here. You can add attachments. So you can add multiple attachments here. And once you're ready to, once your response is finished or complete, you can actually click on submit. So when your staff submits it, right, or a manager submits it, they will see the status as submitted. But right now I'm actually reviewer as well, so I instantly receive the response. So now my view is completely like a reviewer, and hence I'm also looking at the status as close or request. So I'll go through the responses as a manager or partner, which I have given the review point. and I'll just close it if I'm satisfied. If I'm not satisfied, or if I have further inquiries or corrections, I can click on re-request with a message. Then we also have client portal. So this is a very good collaborative tool where you can exchange data requests and queries from the client. So to start with, you can just click on create new client request. You can categorize the request, for example, whether it's a general request or it's related to a section. You can upload files in the query. Now, since I was doing cash in bank, I might have some queries. Yeah, so similarly, whosoever is working on this job or file, they can add requests here. And whenever you're ready to send, like maybe you can have a frequency, like if you want to send once in a day, or once in 2 days, or once in a week, whenever, so you can keep on adding, and whatever is your frequency, whenever you're ready, you just select the queries which you want to send. You might not want to send all, right? So you can just select here whichever you want to send, click on request client, add the recipient email and a due date. So let's say I want the responses by 31st. So the notification has been sent and the client has received the query, or I would say a link from Smart Audit. So I'll show the client view. Yeah, so this is the response which have been received. Now you can see that this is the form name. This is so this is form name. This is the request, like who has requested it, and what is the auditor name, and what is my due date. So what are the request description? Now to respond, right, your client needs to click here. So it will be so it is quite highlighted that they have to click here to respond. Now when I go here as a client, so now I'm acting as a client. So your client can only see this white space. They will not be able to see any of these. This because this my ID is related to this account, that's why I'm able to do that. But so your client can only see this one, and they can only act on these two buttons. Just they cannot do anything about it. So here's the engagement letter, and let's say I got it signed. I upload. Then I can add comments. Okay. Now we have fixed deposits, so I can attach as asked by my auditor. So I'm right now acting as a client. Now, whenever they are ready to submit a response, they can just click here, and the response will be submitted. This was the client's part. Now I am into the system, so I would receive a notification here that I have been responded. So when I see the client portal, you can see the responses are already coming in my portal. I can review the responses, and based on that, I can either close the request or query, or I can send a re-request. Then, okay, let's say here, yeah, so now this is requested again, and the client will receive a notification, and all your closed queries will be appearing here. So that if you want to refer in future, you can do that. So this is how client portal works. Then all the attachments will be here. You can also review and sign off the attachments. Okay. Once this file is complete, you can actually download the entire file in a PDF format or specific PF, specific items in financial review points. So those things also can download in PDF. Yeah. So whenever you have like, so since we have already started working on this job and now it is in progress, this is the job. I can put a label here that it is, let's say it is at planning stage, right? So when it is under review, you can just drag and drop here under review or completed. Right? So, okay, now you don't need to fill all these things in every year for the client. So you have a feature, we have a feature to clone a job. So here you can choose to clone a job to same client or even to other clients. So for example, if you're auditing the similar kind of clients or if it's clients with the same risk profile, you can actually clone it to another client also. So here you can clone, just need to fill period currency, and here you can select what items you want to clone. So once you select and click on clone job, so a replica of this job will be created in the system, and then you can work on it. So of course, like whatever you have filled will be there, but you have to upload a new trial balance for the updated current year figures. Yeah. So that is a brief about smart audit. There are some features like library to create your own master templates, and we have this report drafting feature. So all the disclosure notes which you prepare, right? Um, Here, you can see all the notes are given like borrowings, cash and cash equivalents, paid under the receivable. So once, whatever you want in your report, you can select or deselect, and once you save it, you can actually work on it. For example, I want paid under the receivable note. So here also you can do the workings. So you can do the working inside the audit program also and the report drafting also. Now, once everything is done, you can actually download the report in a Word format. So Word will have a standard formatting. Now, if you want to, change the font size or change the fonts, you can do it inside the Word file. So the index will be created. So the kind of formatting you want, you can always change that. This is your balance sheet. Note numbers will be automatically referenced. This cash flow, statement of changes in equity. All your notes will be appearing here. So this is how drafting works. So this is a brief overview of the system. If you have any doubt, any questions, we have this ability called this feature called intercom, where you can message us for any queries or if you have any doubt, any question, you can simply message us here and we'll be there to assist you.